Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Mel and this is where I'll be sharing my van life adventures and build journey and then wanderings about and exploring. We live on an island off the north coast of Scotland. It's part of the Orkney Islands and it can get a little bit of cabin fever here when you've been here for several years. So last year I decided I needed a van so that I could go off and do exploring on my own. I live here with my husband John, and 3 years ago we kitted out my Mini Cooper as a car camper so that I could visit my sister in the Shetland Islands, which is even further north than we are here. It worked out really well. I was there for several days and I managed in my little Mini Cooper, but it was a little bit cramped. The following year we decided to kit out John's Land Rover Discovery as a camper instead, and we both went to Shetland to visit Shetland. My sister was no longer there, but we still went for a holiday anyway. For two people it worked out quite well. There were some certain things we would change now, but it suited its purpose. Fast forward to the following year, last year, when I decided I need to be able to get off the rock. It's too much sometimes. You're limited, and going away off island can be quite expensive with ferries and such like, and I thought a van would be a good way of being able to claw back some of the costs of accommodation and such like over the water, and also be able to explore different areas with having a vehicle with me rather than paying for a vehicle to go over to drive in but also having to pay for accommodation. It's kind of a two-in-one. I intend to convert a van that we bought in October of last year into a mini camper, and I am going to document the process on this channel. I'm going to pop outside in a moment and I will show you around the vehicle, and then I can kind of give you a rough idea of what I intend to do. So I have a 2013 Nissan NV200, and to be honest, these vans I didn't even know, I'd never heard of one up until the summer of last year when I saw a YouTube short of somebody's kitted out van. I had looked at other small vans and I loved the build that they had done in the Nissan, and it kind of persuaded me that this was the one for me. The advantage the Nissan has over many other small vans like the Ford Transit Connect, one of them is its shape. It is very square. It doesn't have much curve at the top of the van like the Transit Connect does, which is an advantage for when you come to build cabinets and stuff for the walls. It also has sliding doors on both sides, which not all small vans do. She's very lightweight and she is a diesel, so if I decide to put a diesel heater in, I can tap straight into the fuel tank, I believe, although I'm not sure how to do that yet. Currently she is being used as a kind of shed, as storage, but all this rubbish will be coming out very soon. I don't plan on doing a lot on the outside of the van. I will be installing lights on the roof rack and emergency lights in case of, you know, intruders prowling around outside in the middle of the night. The cab, again, I will be keeping pretty much as a cab, so it looks like a builder's van from the outside. In the back is where everything will be taking place, and it will be divided off probably with insulated curtains with black fabric towards the cab. She feels, when you are sitting in her, very much more like a large van. The Ford Transit Connect, you're sitting low down like in a car, whereas in the Nissan you are quite high up. There is a large cage at the bottom of the seats which lift the seats up and make you feel like you're driving a much bigger vehicle. One thing you will find from watching my videos is that I'm one of the most practical people you will ever meet. I've watched many van builds over the years since I started doing my car camper, and a lot of them are done very much the same. Mine will be different. I will be throwing the rule books out quite a bit of the time. Some typical examples would be, I am not using extratherm in my insulation. I am not using insulation board. I will not be using polyfill unless I'm desperate. I will be using wool insulation instead, because I knit, I spin. Why would I not put wool in my van and make it smell like a sheep? Also, I will not be using foam as a foam mattress. I will be having a proper bed mattress, even in a tiny van like that. And there's things like that, and just trying to do things as economically and as cheaply as possible too. Obviously there are some areas that you can't get away from having to buy specific materials, but I will be trying to do this on as tight a budget as possible. So I hope that you stick around and you will get to see the van build and you'll go along this journey with me. I am itching to get started, my first job being clearing out the back of that van. There is stuff to go to the charity shop, there is, I don't even remember what's in there, old cleaning supplies and all sorts of rubbish. Cardboard boxes, although they are for putting the shopping bags in. But other than that, it's mostly rubbish and things to just find homes for. After that, I need to crack on with ordering my insulation, which I don't think I can get delivered to the island. So I have to think ahead. Do I need certain materials that I have to get ordered to a address over the water, and try to get all those things ordered at the same time, namely Mum. Hi Mum, hope you don't mind. I also need materials for other things in the house that I will also be ordering online at the same time. I have another channel where I talk about our homestead and also bits of renovation work, and I have materials that I need to order from IKEA, for example, and they do not ship to the island. They will only ship to the mainland. So I hope you stick around, like I said, and I hope to see you on my next video. I need to work out some plans and figure out what I'm doing, so that'll probably be next. Okay, I shall see you on the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.